Did you know that the human foreskin performs over 16 unique functions, most notably of which are that it's a natural lubricant, provides gliding and rolling action, making sex much more convenient. And it also contains tens of thousands of highly sensitive, specialized nerve endings, making sex much more enjoyable, and it just protects the glands from getting less sensitive over time. Now, the movement I want to bring to you today is known as Intactivism. It is a civil rights movement that was started by a bunch of men who were circumcised as an infant, so they didn't really get a choice whether they wanted their bodies to be permanently altered or not, but apparently, in the 1900s, parents were convinced that routine infant genital mutilation was somehow natural, normal, necessary, or just something rational-minded, civilized people do. And so now they are campaigning to try and get routine infant genital mutilation recognized for what it is, a human rights violation. Now, I'm well aware that there are certain religious or cultural groups such as Judaism and Islam that recognize circumcision as a necessary rite of passage for men to enter covenant with God. But what I have to say to that is, after doing my research, I have discovered that the original circumcision that was performed by Abraham before 500 AD during the Old Testament, the original circumcision was actually just a very small, non-invasive incision on the foreskin that was designed to draw just a single drop of blood. And of course, that would heal and you'd still have a healthy, functional foreskin. But, I mean, now, over the centuries, apparently circumcision has evolved so much that it has become so severe that the circumcision that is commonly practiced by doctors and rabbis is completely eliminating an entire sensory organ. So, I don't know, it's like, we don't do foot binding anymore, but after all, like, what if the child decides they don't want to be Jewish or Muslim anymore when they get older? Or, I mean, it is his body, his choice, like, her body, her choice. We do claim to live in a 21st century developed nation, like civilized society, but when we still do alter someone else's body without their consent, sounds pretty barbaric to me. Now, I'm also well aware that some medical institutions may claim there are health reasons to be circumcised, and those include and are limited to reduced risk of penile cancer, reduced risk of STDs, and reduced risk of UTIs. And while it is true that amputating a piece of healthy functional tissue does decrease the risk of cancer, you could also amputate one of your kidneys or amputate your one of your ears and have a far lower risk of kidney cancer or inner ear infection. Or you could just practice proper hygiene and not stick foreign objects in there. Now, even if a person does keep both their kidneys and both their ears, it does mean they will get kidney cancer or an inner ear infection. Now, an honest doctor will tell you, while there are some possible, perhaps maybe health benefits of being circumcised, well, actually, no, there aren't any benefits, because in Europe, where they almost never circumcise, they have the lowest rates of circumcision in Europe. They also have the lowest rate of STDs. And in the United States, where we have the highest rate of circumcision, we have the highest rate of STDs and UTIs of a developed nation. Now, an honest doctor will tell you, there may possibly be these small health benefits of being circumcised. The risks or consequences include, but are not limited to, redness, irritation. Yeah, some men are actually kept in constant pain after this incredibly harmful, disgustingly cruel, completely unnecessary procedure. And there's also risk of hemorrhaging, chafing, dryness, skin tags, excessive blood loss. Actually, 1 out of 77 circumcised infants does end up dying as a result of this incredibly harmful, disgustingly cruel, completely unnecessary procedure. So, just from that alone, just the fact that some people die from this, or the parents lose their newborn son because they wanted to cosmetically alter his body for no good reason. Well, it sounds really, really bad. Like, again, we don't do foot binding anymore, but all these tribes have some strange beliefs. Well, there's also risk of decreased sensitivity. Yeah, that's a major complaint by men who get circumcised in adulthood. They always say there's about a 95% loss of sensitivity, so it is an attack on someone else's sexuality, sexual assault. And last consequence is mental illness. Now, some of you may wonder, well, how does circumcision cause mental illness? Well, just imagine you wake up one day and your four limbs are held down with restraints and there's gag in your mouth so you can't talk and your genitals are exposed. And then a strange person that you've never seen before comes at you with a sharp object. Wouldn't that be pretty scary, pretty traumatic? Now, I hope this presentation has made you think more about how your decisions could alter the life of other living beings, and I hope that this presentation has made you consider abolishing this incredibly harmful, disgusting, cruel, completely unnecessary monstrosity of practice known as routine infant genital mutilation. Routine infant genital mutilation.